I really appreciate the opportunity to address you all. Gary, thank you so much, not only for this right here, but for everything that you're doing for all these people out here, brother. We're sure trying. Yes, sir. And I'd like for y'all to give Gary a round of applause. Gary, I, of course, had some inkling about what was going on down here because of what I read in the media. But Gary cornered me at Fancy Farm and proceeded to inform me about exactly what's happening here. And I became very concerned because my name is Gatewood. I'm an independent candidate for governor. I'm not a member of any party. Let me ask you, are y'all satisfied with what the parties are doing for you right now? No. Well, heck no. You know, we've got a dysfunctional government on the state level. These parties have got their horns locked up like two bull elk fighting over territory while the business of the people lays dead in the dust. And neither party can produce a candidate that can disengage from the partisanship long enough to work with the other side to actually get something done. So we are totally independent. If I'm running right now, I don't care who gets credit for doing what's right for the people. You can be a Democrat, a Republican, a third party, a Tea Party, an independent, we don't care. If you got the people's heart and interest in mind in your own heart, then we're going to work and use the state government to help you all. It's time we started paying attention to the people instead of the big special interests. It's time we started putting money towards the people's benefit instead of paying off the big corporate interests that give these special contributions to these politicians who are running for government and for office. You know, let me tell you something, folks. I'm different. I'm different. I've been different all my life. People say, Gatewood, you're a perennial candidate. You've run before. And I said, well, Kentucky's got perennial problems. If the people would beat me the first time and actually solve the problems, I wouldn't have had to run again. But they didn't, and they haven't, and they can't. And you all see how dysfunctional this is on all levels of government, not only on the state level, but on the federal level. We can't get the job done. Well, my running mate now are independent. We don't care who gets credit for doing what's right for the people. You know, if we can find somebody to come in here and solve these problems, we'll give them all the credit in the world. Now, the problems that you all have stem from the federal government ignoring their obligations to you. And it's like beating a 10-ton marshmallow in your driveway. You can kick it, you can scream at it, you can set it on fire, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to move. So what you all need is a champion. How many here are old enough to remember Paladin, Have Gun, Will Travel? I'm your Paladin. I'm your Paladin. I will take that governor's office and I will put it to the benefit of the people. You know, these big special interests, the people I call the petrochemical, pharmaceutical, military, industrial, transnational, corporate, fascist, elite SOBs, the ones who want to implement a new world order and global economy, they want to do so at the expense of people. They're going to eat you up and spit you out, and if they can get away with not paying you your just dues, that's exactly what they're going to do. It's time we try to reestablish trust and integrity and transparency. I can't do it on the federal level, but I can sure do it on the state level. Now, I passed out some material to you folks out here. It's our little push piece. If you get on the internet, we're at gatewood.com. I will tell you this, I've got the best running mate you could possibly imagine. She's a very nice lady. We need more women in leadership positions. She's a marketing expert. She's got 6 children, 2 of them adopted. One of her natural children is special needs. 16 operations during her lifetime, bless her heart. So we know where rubber meets the road on women and children's issues. I'm an independent. I don't want any party. I'm not beholden to any special interest. I'm paying for this campaign mostly out of my own pocket, except for a few contributions that people kind of force on me. I don't want to call people up asking for money. I don't want to be beholden to anybody but the people. I'm a criminal defense attorney in Lexington. We've got all kinds of programs that I'm not going to bore you with here because you're here for one basic reason, and that's to seek justice from the federal government. And I'm here to tell you that I'm tired for the state taxpayer having to pick up the cost of your illnesses. And not that I don't want you to take care of it, but I'd rather the federal government who's responsible for those illnesses pick up the tabs instead of use the state taxpayer and me as the state taxpayer. So I'm going to be married to Gary. I'm proposing to him right now. Gary, will you marry me? Will you marry me with these issues? Will you make sure that if I get in the governor's office that you won't let me rest because I came down here and said I was going to help you? My door is going to be open, folks. I've run for governor before. You're going to get people in here who are going to promise you everything, but they're a party. They are the party. They're either Democrat or Republican. And if those people had any solutions to your problems, they should have already presented them by now. Those opponents in this race have been in government for decades. If they had solutions, why haven't they come forth with it now? Why have they been hiding behind the curtain? Mr. Bashir, trying to vote for him is like trying to renew the contract of a baseball manager who's led his team to last place finish the last 3 years. I mean, how can you justify renewing that man's contract? He's done nothing but pay to the big special interests. Mr. Williams, he's toast already. He cannot win. I'm already in second place ahead of Mr. Williams. And I'm catching up on Mr. Bashir. And there's a revolution coming, folks, and it's a revolution on behalf of the people. And my running mate and I are the point guard for the revolution happening in the state of Kentucky. If you go to our website, you can see we've got all kinds of programs. I want to give the kids a chance at education here. I want to bring in jobs that we can be proud of instead of $8 an hour jobs. I don't want to use your tax incentive dollars to get $8 an hour jobs located in the state. That's not even a taxable base. That's capitalization. You know, we can't even tax those $8 an hour folks. They're going to end up on food stamps anyway, so it's a double whammy. We're going to offer tax incentives. I want to offer good paying jobs into the state. But I also want the federal government, the state government to stand up to its obligations. If the statute says that you're to get just compensation, then by God, you're going to get just compensation. I'm going to do everything I can with state government to make sure you get it. My name's Gatewood. I run for. I'm asking for your vote in this race. I'm asking you to tell your friends about it in this race. I've already been elected governor. So I need your help in this one right here, folks. Don't depend on the parties. Don't trust the Democrats or Republicans. They haven't done it right for you yet. They're not going to do it right for you in the future. Fire a shot across the bow and elect us as independents for governor, lieutenant governor. Thank you very much. I'll carry you forward.
And actually, going to set this conference, we're going to have more of these because we're a small operation. Gatewood has come forward and he did listen to me, and we did have some discussions at the picnic. He said what he would do, and he stayed with his pledge. I'm sure we'll have some other people show up if they get a chance. But I just want to have everybody give him a round of applause because we really need to get this issue in front of the politicians. And here's one right here that maybe, and by the way, I just got a call from personal counsel in Louisville, and he's hearing good things. So this man's not telling you anything that I haven't heard today. He's right coming on in the polls. The one thing that I'll close with, I heard him say, and it raised the hair on the back of my neck, that 2 years ago I stood in front of the county commission and I told everybody our country was not founded on these principles. I heard this man say his heroes are Washington, Adams, and Jefferson and Franklin.
Those are the voices I hear inside my head. It's Dr. Andy B, Glenn Ball, and all those people. You know, Jefferson, Adams, and Franklin. Those are the ones that are lending me direction. And that's how I like to try to lift Kentucky up to elevate its gaze by using those people's symbols instead of these neocons that have come about in today's society. Thank you very much.
Again, we appreciate it.